Hello and good evening, everyone, and welcome to The
The
Truth
truth
Behind
behind
the
the truth.
Truth. This is called the Recovery Show for
Yes.
me. Yeah, well, maybe we'll get into that in a little bit later. He's been, both of them been fussing at me about doing my own page. So, not my own page, my platform in certain aspects. So, I think after going through what I've just been through in the past 7 days, I think it's about time, to
Yeah.
share the insight and maybe encourage some other people that are out there, especially men of color and all that good
Mhm.
stuff, right?
Because health is wealth.
Health is your wealth, right there. Thank God that I'm able to look at you guys. Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I could look at you guys and wishing you well and all that good stuff because
Mm-hmm.
it could have been a different way.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been on the other side because a lot of people did make it through that those transition periods.
That's true. That's
I
true.
was well, I ain't
Because
gonna get
Charles been through the same situation.
yeah,
Charles, have you been through the same situation as
yeah.
well?
Yes, some years ago I had cardiomyopathy, irregular heartbeat, and
Uh-huh.
died on the table, all that other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow. That's something to. That's a testimony right
it
there.
is.
That's a
Let
very
me
good
not to
testimony.
get into that part of the show, but tell me, and I know that 'cause nobody ever quote unquote dies and comes back, to tell about it. But do you remember anything when that happened, or did your mind record anything, or did you just see darkness and woke up again, and then they had
Just
already revived?
darkness and woke up feeling like I'd been in a 15-round fight.
Okay.
Oh,
And I
wow.
talked to my doctor about it. He goes, the brain can make up things. He says, yes, people say they've been to the lights, they've done all. He goes, but that's the brain. Brain does that stuff. So people
Uh-huh.
come in saying I had a conversation and I ain't have
They
none of
talked
that.
to God and went and
Yeah.
had lunch with Jesus and everything.
He gave me a mission to do, and I'm like, okay.
Uh-huh.
No. I woke
My
up.
grandma said she
That was
passed
it.
away before. Go ahead, Charles. I'm sorry.
No, I just said I woke up and that was it.
Yeah, I heard people say it's an out of body experience. I know
Yeah, I heard
my
that.
grandma said she floated one time
Uh-huh.
from her body and saw herself, and it's so many
Theories.
theories or hypotheses to the way things is after we have died, or we have come close to a near death experience.
Uh-huh.
I always looked at it as a dream. I think when we dream, I feel like we have gone over to the other side just a little bit.
Well,
Do y'all believe that? When you
I don't know. I
have
wouldn't say
dreams?
it would be a dream, but I don't know how I could. Well, we ain't been there, so I mean, really describe
No,
what
but people
the
do say
intimacy of.
some things like that. The closest way to God getting your attention or getting something through
Yeah.
is through a dream or through.
Well, I mean, I've had dreams of other situations. I mean, which I've shared on the show years ago. About the day my mom transitioned and stuff. And through that, I don't really look at quote unquote death the same way. And that. But I think from the personal experience, because there was a time when I was in the one side of what we consider the evangelical world of belief systems that I would think that would be happening to people or happen to them because they had these stories, that happening to them. But you can't doubt one person's story for the other. But I think as life goes on, you mature in your ideas and your attitudes toward it. And if somebody believes that, I mean, that's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, but what it does, it opens up a deeper conversation about this transitorial state that we are supposed to be being saved from. But we've been saved from the saved to, and that's been the Christian message forever and a day, 6 weeks, more than a year now. But it's being explored more, and people are realizing that, ooh, I've been bamboozled, but we don't get into that time. Let this video tell y'all about it when we get there. So, but if you're not exploring those opportunities of anything inside of the outside of yourself, and I think that what most of the belief systems now, I'll put it that way, is that they're trying to help people focus back on within. Because if any changes are going to happen, they're going to happen within. But we've been taught that we need to be expecting stuff to be manifesting itself on the outside. So this is why we have this great awakening. Jesus was supposed to crack the sky in the east and come back, and everybody's supposed to look like him, supposed to come up, meet him in the air, And then my whole thing with that was always like, so which way is east? Which way is east? It depends on where you're standing at the time. Okay, so if you're down in Australia, where's east? Okay, if you're in the North Pole, which way is east? My east to Charles' east is not the same. Charles, you go outside. Charles, let's go outside. Look east. You gonna see me?
But we already know they kind of jimmied the maps, so you never know what's going on.
Yeah, well, that this is true too. So I think that the element of the idea of faith should be the thing that if that's your idea of what you feel, and you need to go to a pearly gate and experience streets of gold, and okay, so be it too. If I like how my pastor used to say, if I got it wrong, I'm gonna see you there anyway. Hey, regardless of come out, I'm gonna see you there anyway. So I ain't getting so if I got it wrong, but it's not about proving myself right. And I think that's one of the things that we get into with all this religiosity. Control and proving each other. Well, I got to be right. If I'm not right, then it's all wrong. If you ain't got it right, then you got it all wrong.
No. Trauma. Don't want to venture into that. No theatrics with that, please. Trauma. Oh, please. No. No trauma. No.
Well, that's
trauma.
Yeah, I get it. But anyway, but so for whatever that level of the experiences, but like in one of these videos, we're going to. Matter of fact, since we're talking in the outer range, then we'll bring it kind of back in. Let's dive into the photos that you have, Charles, and talk about that to you about the moon and the exploration and stuff, because it's a good time to kind of bring that up. But first of all, how you doing? How's Atlanta doing for you today? How was your Easter? I'll say Easter, your day of remembrance.
I watched the basketball game.
Okay.
I slept. That's
okay. You got a good day of remembrance.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Remember the rest.
You remember how you slept. You remember how the game was. You remember how you ate.
Yep.
And all of that resurrected you. Okay. Got it.
Absolutely.
You had to work.
Yeah, I worked this past weekend, so that was my Easter right there.
Okay.
I'm surprised how many people eat chips on Easter.
Yeah, well,
I mean, for real. I work for a company that sells chips, and I'm surprised how people eat junk food how much junk food has been eaten on holidays. That's I mean, you'd be surprised. I mean, you think people just going out there, buy rotisserie chicken or make a green bean casserole, but eating chips, potato chip casserole. I know people who put.
So let me say this real quick, and you can go on. We're not sure what's going on with this internet situation, guys. And again, we highly apologize about the issue with that. So if it does intermittently go out, we know that there is a lapse in the connection when Charles is speaking and we're speaking. So if we see it for a moment, understand what it is to repeat. So, but anyway, so that was it. You mentioned about chips. That was okay. Well, so yeah, let's go ahead and see what. Let's talk about where you were, Charles. Want to bring you want to get, or you got your? Then we're going to Kanye after that.
What's that? About the Artemis 2.
Excuse me.
About Artemis 2. You were talking about Artemis 2.
Pull it up? Did you want me to pull it up for you?
It's already up. About Artemis 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's already up. The crew. These are the astronauts that are actually in the Artemis, traveling around the moon right now. You just took it down.
Right. Oh, I did. Okay. So I'm not seeing it on my end. Go ahead. You go ahead and do it. Cause
Oh, okay. Well, these are the astronauts. We want to wish them safe travels. They'll be coming home.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah, they'll be coming home soon. So hey, but they took some awesome pictures. They have these shots of the moon. This is from directly behind the moon. Man, I had people hitting me up today going, they didn't go to the moon. They only done that to keep from doing the Epstein files.
Yeah.
Yeah, these some beautiful pictures.
Yeah, you know, from the dark, you know, from the dark, as they say, the dark side from the moon, but a place that humans have never ventured, and I'm excited about that.
Yeah, this is
I
the furthest.
remember you. I mean, you don't
furthest
remember
we've
it
gone.
started long before you stopped before you get the reckon. I think it was just before you came to the planet. But you, Charles, you remember the Apollo? Was it Apollo 13, 14, 15,
Yeah.
16, 18, 19, 20,
Apollo 11.
all the Apollos, basically, when we were growing up, and the 12.
Yeah. Yep. 13, then 15.
I think 12,
Somehow
13,
we
and
missed
14, something like that. But they had landed on the moon in the first. So, and then you had, yeah. And then of course you had your evangelicals at that particular point in time was trying to tell people, there was nothing outside of us. That's how God ordained for it to be. And that's something.
Well, the guy said before they took off, they were going to hit the dome.
I could not believe the essence of this kind of. Yeah, exactly. They like in the Truman Show, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know. We got a delay. I don't know why.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I hear you, but there's a delay on my end. You're not hearing me till later. Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Hello?
I can.
Okay.
We were saying that we like the like and subscribe bell. The little thumb that pops up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hear us?
It's staggering. It's back and forth.
I think we can hear us.
Yeah. I hear you now.
Can you hear us?
I hear you now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We're getting a real bad delay.
I don't know why. This thing is doing something really dumb.
Yeah, there's a delay. I don't know why. Can you hear me? Okay.
All right.
Yeah, there's a delay.
Yeah, now we can hear you.
Okay.
Right, so
there's a real bad delay.
Back to your Apollo story.
Oh, no, I was just saying that there were people telling me we're going to hit the dome.
Go back to your Apollo story.
The people said we're hitting the dome and that those pictures aren't real. They're fake, and they're shooting from some mountain in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, all right. Well, like you said, like the Truman Show.
Yeah. Yeah, but hey, yeah. Either way it goes, I'm just glad they're trying to do something.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, exactly. This Wi-Fi is an absolute mess. I don't understand this. I don't. Can you hear me, Charles?
I can now. There's a real bad delay.
It's such a huge delay.
Yeah, it's a real bad delay.
Can you hear?
Mm-hmm. Yep. I don't know what's going on. Well, let me see if I close some things. Maybe that's what's going on. See, I close some things out. That'll make it better.
Waiting on him. Okay. How are you now, Charles?
Yeah, I hear you. It's like you all freeze, and then you don't hear me till like 10 seconds later.
Right. We're on the Apollo ship. We're on the other side of the moon right now, so that's why the delay is coming.
Hey, it's time to take the
Yeah,
trip
we're on the
home.
other side of the moon. All right, but anyway, so
So it's time to take the trip home now.
yeah, exactly. Let's bring it on home now. But anyway, but yes, yeah, exactly. So it's an exciting opportunity. I hope that that we all will get an opportunity to kind of hang out on the moon at some point before transition. Like young.
I want to. I'm like TLC. I'll stick to the lakes and the rivers that I'm used to.
I wouldn't mind going up, looking back. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be cool. But I'll watch you go up. You'll see me on the ground waving like I'll see you when you come back.
There you go.
I'm not going up there with you. I just like he's what he wants. So that's right.
That's exactly.
See you when you get back. That's all.
Be an interesting time. But anyway, but yeah, it is that. And again, I think their goal is to really. I know Elon Musk will probably get involved again because he wants to build colonies on the moon.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, that's one of his things. Yeah, he does wants to build colonies on the moon. Epstein colonies. so Epstein colonies, so they can revise the Epstein files, and so they can really not keep up with them, put them on the moon. But anyway, that is exciting and great to the.
Trump announced they're going to release the UFO files. Trump said they're going to release the UFO files.
Oh, the UFO files. The UFO files. At least we'll get invested in the other files. We'll get invested in that. So, but I do want to say one thing about right.
Basically, no home.
Say about the black guy that I can't think of his name. I apologize. The astronaut, but I did like what he mentioned about the unified fact of how when you're so far away and when you look back, at situation, you can realize that how we have been designed to be of one species, and it's unfortunate that when you come back into this, is that separation, begins, for whatever
society.
Society
has messed it all the way up.
Yep, we've been talking about that a lot, but it really has not done us a justice. I mean, at the same time about this man, clown, whatever you want to call him, putting a threat out on another country and saying that we're going to blow you up if you do it my way. Okay, we can't come to the table and have a conversation. Yes, I agree to the degree that they should not necessarily have full access on nuclear opportunities.
But nobody else should.
But that's my whole thing as well. So then that includes China, Russia, U.S., and everybody else. All nuclear situations should be done away with. Yeah, and they're disabled. And in the process of that, why would you want to have nuclear, things in the first place? Why? Unless you have a sick mind, that you want to destroy the complete, obliterate, as like he likes to say, a whole places on the planet. Why would you want to do that if you're of this same human species? So like you just said, why should anybody have to have nuclear, at the end of the day? Well, everybody should be governed behind it. That was the first thing that we were all scared of when we took all the files back to Migueligo, and stole those files and put them back to Migueligo. But anyway,
honestly, like I said, if he goes and do it, so you know what, forget about them.
Well, yeah, I know. So, but as we say on many occasions, this is what they voted for. This is what they're expecting. There's no need to talk about gas prices because they all know what gas prices are and what's going on with them at this point.
Keep them going up. Let them rise. Let the gas prices rise. Listen. This is what America wanted. I think America gets what it wants.
I have a clip from Cory Booker.
Go up.
Yes.
What about
he has a clip from Cory? Go ahead and drop it in.
We don't need the hormone strain. We don't need it. We don't need it at all. We have so much oil. Our country is not affected by this.
Gas prices are up after about $1 a gallon. The first time ever, the U.S. Postal Service is imposing an 8% fuel surcharge on packages. This stems from the Iran war.
We're looking at a 20% potential increase in United Airlines airfares, but that would be all airfares. We've also got a diesel problem here. We've seen diesel prices jumping as well. So whether it's your grocery store, your airfare, whether it's your summer driving plans, everything is affected by energy, gasoline, diesel prices.
Now, he said we're not affected.
Wow.
It's wonderful.
Oh, okay.
It's wonderful. I look at it like let it go up, because see, this is what happens when your hatred takes over your vote. I mean, hey, your gas prices go up, your groceries go up. How are we going to get the fertilizers back and forth? That's like I said, let it do what it does.
You said I can get the fertilizer.
Yeah, you got to transport. You need oil, you need gas to transport fertilizer back and forth to the farms. I mean, how the food going to grow? We got a harvest that needs to be harvested. But hey,
well, see, all they need to do.
Your hatred.
No, you're right. All they need to do is to put a big hose, right, like about this wide.
Don't give them no ideas.
No. But no, wait a minute, hold on. Big hose about this wide. Make sure it's dark, not white, and plug it into the White House. Okay, plug one into the White House and plug one into the Congress. Okay,
I didn't vote for this, but go ahead.
And then, because all the shit that comes out of the White House and all the shit that comes out of Congress, you don't have to worry about fertilizer anymore. Okay, then they can transport that to wherever they need, or they can shoot the shit where. That's it. They can shoot the shit wherever they want to do it. At the end of the day, because they got it in the hose, they can shoot it any way they want to do. At the end of the day. Yeah, I know. But anyway,
let that stuff rise. Let it go up. Let it go up. I look at it like this. It's what you wanted. It's what you voted for.
Right.
I was like, I'm confused. This is what you said, America first, but it seems like America is in somebody else's business. We're not first.
Yeah, well.
So I'm like, hey,
you got it right. We're the first in someone else's business. America first.
Well, that's why
America first.
That's why Trump was elected. He said we were not.
No. But
you're
misunderstanding that.
I know.
It's America first. Charles is in America first.
Yeah, that's what he said.
We're first to start a war. We're first to do that. We're first to rise the gas. We're first to rise the tax. Yeah, exactly. So we experienced the first of all this before it even gets out. Nobody across the country, the world got the first going on. We the first. First with high eggs, first with high beef, first, see? America first.
He said at the Easter egg whatever you want to call it. They were at one time $8 a piece.
Well, he didn't make no difference.
Eggs for $8 a piece. We're back, y'all. We paid the gas. I can't.
The last funny part, I know we make a lot of it, which we really should, because it is a disgusting situation. But the funniest part, I don't know if you guys saw the picture of the balcony of the White House, the bunny, the food, and the bunny. And the bunny, they're like, whoever was in the bunny's down there like,
the man was cussing all through. It was cussing on the lawn around kids.
What the bunny was?
Well, hey, whatever you want to call Trump.
All right.
I mean, he was around cussing and calling people idiots and calling past presidents dumb. And he said that back when Biden was president, eggs were $8 a piece.
Oh,
and
yeah, that's right.
He was just still talking that rhetoric. I said, this man is absolutely out of his mind.
He is. I mean, really, honestly, and doing that press conference yesterday, I swear his man was out of his mind. Did you see that? He had nothing a strong element to say about anything. It was always, it's better what Joe Biden did. Then he had to throw Obama in there.
He always throw Obama in there.
Then he had to question throw. Then he had to try to put a little Clinton in there. Yeah, I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, let's go on. The ridiculousness is too much. It really is. All right, so we let's see. We had I had one. we're gonna make it an easier transition. Our good brother Sean Baker has got a film coming out, and we're just gonna give him a little run on his film real fast. Then we're gonna come back and really transition away from the idea of what happened yesterday, meaning that understanding the aspect of the spiritual awakening of individuals that hopefully will be taking place from that whatever they experienced yesterday prior to the celebration. But here's Sean real quick.
Hey, what's up? I'm Sean Anthony Baker, here to tell you about my new movie, The Strength of Love, by Bass Brothers Productions. It's starring myself, Mila Williams of 702, and a wonderfully talented cast that all come together to help bring these stories to life. The Strength of Love movie, it explores the various levels of relationships, of dating, of marriage, and it challenges the fortitude of all of those people involved. You don't want to miss it. So, join us May 8th for the release of the Strength of Love movie on Apple TV and Prime. Also, you can pre-order the Strength of Love movie today on Apple TV. So, I'll see you on May 8th, where love is tested and strength is revealed.
Yeah, congratulations, yes, Sean. We love to, with all of our sector of our Atlanta community of actors, and everybody has evolved and moved into so many different dimensions and things. I'm so excited with him and Lakita and Daryl and oh my gosh, and the list that goes on when I see the different ones that I work with and have. It's great to see them moving toward it and successfully in an industry that is very difficult to move ahead in. We have to have some that have not done anything yet. Okay, but they're still trying. They're still pushing the cart, as you would say, to get their things noticed. But Charles and I made the decision a long time ago, not so much collectively together, but as a collective unit, is that we're going to have an opportunity on both sides, but the money is going to be made on the other side of the camera at the end of the day. Because as we get more mature, the roles will get a little less, but at the end of the day, if you get a little bit more mature, you produce it and directing and all that, the money's going to keep going higher. So it's about producing your own films. It's about your TV shows and things of that nature, which we have done, collectively here and maintain the truth behind the truth. And season 7, it's unspeakable at this point what's going to happen in season 7. And then we got a couple more months. We're going on hiatus, but season 7, I want us to come back with a bigger boom than the boom that we had before. All right. Mm-hmm. And the other projects that the Truth Behind the Truth Productions is working on, you guys are gonna be surprised when that comes out, boy. We're gonna set it on fire. We're gonna set it on fire. But anyway, so we're gonna move on. But kudos out to Sean in terms of the production, especially him and Mama D, both in the production coming up as well. So this next video, we kind of thought that it was a good transitional out of what happened over the weekend. Not happened as a bad way, but for a lot of people, it became a spiritual awakening. But this is a more deeper set, and to really understand how our foundations came about, where Christ should be as versus to what he's been put. And he's not a blonde hair, he's not a blue-eyed. Okay, I'm sorry, he's not. All right, he got a little bit more hair than I do. He definitely got brown eyes. Okay, so skin color, pretty close, So, but anyway, so maybe this
Earth was originally a playground where eternal life beings were able to literally explore, play, create in harmony with nature, because we were nature, and there was always an understanding and a deep knowing that we are all interconnected and one, the eternal sacred law of one. So the word Christ often carries religious programming, but the original teachings, the term was Christos with the K, Christos, which refers to the divine eternal blueprint of living God spirit energy from which all beings emerge. It's not one historical figure. By the way, there is no savior. Nobody's coming to save you. Why would somebody need to save you when God is in you, with you, for you, through you, all around you, and there's nothing you can do to be separate from God? Living energy is alive within every human being, regardless of religion or background, because God is the energetic infrastructure that radiates and infuses all things. You are worthy because you exist. And because you exist, you are source. And source by definition is worthy. And like 95% of humanity has been programmed to believe that they have to achieve, they have to look, they have to gain, they have to perform to be worthy. And so we're living in a day and age where it's really important to understand the eternal sacred law of one. Any person or thing or guru or angel or channeler that stands between you and God is stealing your energy. That's not the eternal sacred law of one. No person needs to surrender their personal power to a guru, a priest, a government, or an institution. Human beings are accountable directly to source through their own inner Christos self. The ultimate goal is at-one-ment, not atonement through guilt or killing an animal or punishment or recognition. Well, someone who died on a cross and put a crucifixion implant through the church, glorifying martyrs and making Christians believe that they should be poor, that like suffering should be exalted. What the hell? What kind of God would do that? Yahweh? Who is that? Who made that up and why? Do your own research. Truth will set you free.
You're muted. You're muted. Back the other way. You're still muted. There you go.
Okay, you can hear.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you.
Oh, come. Turn it.
I hear you. Okay, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, we are. Can
I
you hear
can
us?
now. Yeah.
All right. But can you see us too?
Yeah, I can see you too.
You can see us?
Yes.
Okay, great.
All right. It's on. We don't see that.
Well, it's so funny now that he's showing Nav about to say you're now stepping on people's toes with this type of situation. We got to have somebody to come and save us now. Y'all can't say that we can only save ourselves. We got to have somebody come and save us. People need hope. They need to dream that somebody's gonna finally come around and say, I got you, don't worry about it.
People don't like to be accountable. You muted again, JB. You muted, JB. You're muted. There you go.
I think it's playing with us tonight.
Let's stay serious for a minute. So I really want to talk
Go
about
ahead. I mean, but I just want to say that with accountability comes with a lot of work, if that makes sense. It comes with a lot of responsibility, and nobody wants that type of responsibility. Everybody wants to feel like I want somebody else to pick up my load and keep it moving.
Well, we've been taught not to be that responsibility because it's like if I have to admit to that I am the Christo, and the Christo is inside of me, and it is dictating I'm allowing it, okay, to be at one with my soulish being. That means that I have to love. I have to treat right. I have to not take advantage. I have to do all of the things that people want to make realistic. I'm creating a word, realistic that comes from the 10 Commandments, you know, at the end of the day. Well, if that's the case in the way you want to see life, then the 10 is already in you. The 10 Commandments is not outside. When you try to live it outside of you is where the problem comes in. Okay, because you're trying to execute something through the means of tangible means. But what happens if you love is already in you. Okay, if love is abiding within you, you're not going to covet your neighbor's wife. Okay, you're not going to shoot and kill anybody if love is abiding in you. But love is abiding in you. But the problem is that you don't recognize that you are love, so the love can permeate through you. You know, now the different reasons why people don't understand that they are love. Because you are love, because you were born through love. You come through love. You are love, because God is what? Love. So it is an involvement process to be and allowing that I gotta say that outer part, all of the things that hit you from the outer realm that comes at you all the time, you know, and bad relationships, bad parenting. Parents don't tell you what you're telling you the right things, and you know, and all those have bad relationships and all these other type of things. They all affect your spiritual being or your Christos. But your Christos is the one who should be helping you overcome all those situations in a way that it becomes beneficial between you and your Creator. But to have all of these centuries to have really forced humanity to comply into something that even itself has taken on 45,000 different ways of non-explaining the simple thing that I'm talking about. Okay, there's something wrong. Now, if you explain it from the aspect of the oneness that individual or that you are as an individual, hey, in my opinion, it's easy. Okay, if you're not trying to process it through what somebody else told you about yourself. And the majority of humanity is processing their Christos through what someone else said to them. They're processing it through a church assembly, a religion, and you know, and the list goes on. You know, but the focus here is knowing that we all are one. Okay, we all are one. All right, we all are of that one spirit of God. We are all that one. We all come from Him. All right. When we understand that as a whole, it won't be a need to pointing people out for their idea of the way. And here, I'm gonna put this in. There's another challenge, like you said earlier, challenging somebody to how they see their Christos. Okay, they're seeing their Christos at this time may not be the way that you see your Christos. Okay, but they're learning something about their life through their Christos. And their Christos is going to teach them or open up to the understanding of where they need to be. Now, yeah, we can sit and talk about what people do and how they do it and all that. But what does it matter to you? What does it matter to you? Their Christos, okay, they're Christ-like. If you don't understand what I'm saying about Christos, all right, it will tell them. It will tell them, the God will tell them, and they will let them know. And hey, if they want to be stubborn and never accept the truth behind the truth, guess what? You gave it the consequences. And that consequences is not a heaven or hell transition. It's the invited suffering that you allow to come upon yourself. If you're an alcoholic, guess what? It's invited suffering. Okay? But you invite it because of whatever these issues are. Now, if you lose the responsibility of that invited suffering in you go out and have an accident and get a DUI and go to jail for the rest of your life, that wasn't the Christos responsibility, that was your responsibility. If you have sought the Christos in the process, that maybe you would have gotten healing over the thing that you've been going through. You know, and I just use alcohol as an extreme. I mean, there's tons and tons of things that in the human experience that we all go through that we hey, let's raise our hands. We all don't let the Christos tell us what to do. You know, let's put our hands up. You know, hey, we all don't listen to the Christos. You know, but at the end of the day, when you recognize, and I think this is where the church lost it, is that allowing people their own way to recognizing the Christos that's already in them. You know, instead of trying to tell them that everything going outside of you, you know, and all that type of stuff, you keep looking up, and you need to be looking within. All right, I'm through preaching. All right, let's move on. So, Kanye. I know, right? What a transition. Kanye.
Yeah, speaking of atonement.
Yeah, right. They meant and they told him not to show up in England no more. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he said that He's going to show, he says he knows he said a lot of words. He's done a lot of apologizing, but the proof is in his actions. And he figures he's going to show people that he's changed and he's a better person. It only remains to be seen.
Okay. That sure does.
I mean, he apologized to the right people. I mean, he apologized to the ones who called him an anti-Semitic.
Okay.
He gave them a full paragraph while he gave us black folks footnotes at the bottom. So I'm like this, you know, he apologized to the people who was holding his career, you know. So at the end of the day, you know, hey, he like you say, it's all in his actions, but he went to the right people and apologized, but you know, he had to write an essay. He gave them an essay.
Wow.
But he gave us a little side note, you know. I apologize to you black folk. I'm sorry for saying that slavery was a choice, and I'm sorry to the fact that I wore a Klan outfit. I'm sorry to the, you know, just the stuff that, you know, I feel like at the end of the day, we're gonna always be the side piece to somebody else's situation. And black folk gonna always be the side piece because we allow ourselves to be the side piece.
Chili's trying to apologize.
Who?
Chili, she's trying to apologize for her Trump stuff. She's on here about crying and upset, how she respects Michelle Obama and she would never do that. It was an accident, and she gave money to the veterans, not to the Republicans. It was just those were veterans she gave it to, but they were all Republicans.
Oh, okay.
No, you know what? I want to. She listen. She's got to still make her money. Well, I'm like this. She's gonna still have to eat crow. Because, you know, the one thing I have learned from following Chili is that she's very evangelical with her belief.
Yeah,
she's an evangelical, and she married one. Okay. And I hate to say this though, but evangelicals, they're all in for Trump. They're all in for this war. They're all in for all this craziness too.
Oh, there was a black lady said she's a Christian before she's black.
That's right.
Like, oh wow, okay.
Oh wow, that's right.
That's different.
That's right.
Yeah, I heard that one too.
That's the new reach.
And that's why she follows Trump. I'm like, oh, and Trump's not even a Christian. He don't even go to church. But
no, he don't.
Hey, he's the leader. He's the guy they follow.
Right. No, he don't. But that's the new reach right now. That's you are a Christian before you are black. But the saddest thing about that is to those who are racist and who believe that we should sit in the back of the bus or whatever you want to believe, they don't believe that. Right. It's all a ploy to get a vote.
Well,
to get the black vote.
You know, Chili said it a long time ago. We're gonna move on from this point. Stick to the rivers and the lakes that you used to. Okay, and stop hanging out looking for some scrubs. Don't go move on.
I would agree. That's why I left her fell out.
And these leaked pictures of Kristi Noem's husband with the titties. He ain't got no little titties neither. He made him some big mama titties. Look at him with his lips puckered and his titties perky. Look like they might be balloons or something though, cause the nipples is off. Probably some shit he can pop before she get in the house and hide it. I know she probably be wondering where all these balloons come from. Who birthday is? They say the pictures was leaked because of immigrant revenge. This shit get crazier and crazier. Wait a minute. They say Kristi Noem's husband Byron's messing around with an immigrant sex worker. You can't make this shit up. And the sex worker got mad because of all the immigrant shit that's going on. And the revenge come from immigration policy anger. ICE picking up their family and carrying on. So he done got with an immigrant sex worker. And she say, well, I'm gonna get your ass back. I guess Byron was sending her these kind of pictures. This must be sexy to him, throwing on some titties. I don't know if you turn him around, he probably put him some ass back there too. I don't know. I ain't seen the full body photos yet. Kristi, she ain't came out and said nothing yet. This a bad year for Kristi. She done got fired. She done found out her husband dressing like a lady. I don't know. She probably already knew that. Kris Jenner knew. On top of that, she done found out her husband cheating with the same people that she trying to get out the country. Kristi, I don't know what to tell you, but you rolling with the wrong team. But we don't want you, so. Oh, and hide your bras, Kristi. Hide your bras, because ain't no telling what that man.
There you go.
That's how. See, Drewski should do a skit called "How Republican Men Act," and that, I hate to say it, is how they act.
You know,
you be so loud and open about your hatred for the Labiquia.
Yeah. Oh, I like that.
I got that from T.S. Madison.
Oh, I like that.
That's what we call the LGBTQIA plus people, the organization Labiquia.
Oh, okay. That's
your hatred for the Labiquia crowd will show up, but then in the dark, when you think people ain't paying attention. It be those who be like, I hate it. God don't like Labiquia people. God, I don't like the Labiquia people. And here they are, dressed up in man-made breasts and got high heel stilettos on and fist hook with fishnets and all this other. I mean, what? I mean, like, come on now. I feel like at the end of the day, those who are loud about their homophobias and all types of phobias, you got to look out for them because those are the ones that are really going through it in the dark.
They're going to it in the dark.
They're going through it too.
They're going to it.
All right, then I'm off of it.
No, that's fine. But it's just interesting. I have to laugh. People say you should laugh. No, I laugh at this shit. Okay, because it's ridiculous. And I think Charles, I know you didn't get a chance to see it much, but I have to think about the posts that I put up, and then how people challenge me about my posts that are truth behind the truth. And then when the post I put up about the gnome gone, oh, that was in bad taste, JB. You shouldn't be saying that she was this and she was that and all of this. I'm like, y'all are just so damn dumb. Okay, I hate to call my friends dumb, but you're just dumb. All right? I mean, what else can I say? You're just dumb. You're dumb to follow it. You're dumb to believe system that you got, and you're dumb to follow Trump. All right? You don't like it, send me an email at the end of the day. I knew Kristi Noem, whatever. Kristi Noem, she was problematic when she got elected. I told you a year ago. I said this woman is problematic. Okay, I told you that. You listen to me. Well, her face was probably exactly. And then when I saw that face come up on the TV screen, like I'm the Kristi Noem, and and if you're here in our time in our country illegally, it's best for you to go ahead and deport yourself because if I have to do it, you won't ever come back again. Well, guess what? I'm leaving you because I ain't gonna have to come back in because I ain't gonna be Kristi Noem anymore. All right, just a matter of time. And I said, what the hell were you doing? You know what I mean? I literally couldn't believe it. But now we see. A cover up has to keep the cover up. There was not enough of the taxpayers' money going into the plastic surgeries.
Well, answer me this: Why did Bruce Jenner become a woman to date women? I'm just asking.
Why did he become a woman to date women? I think some people have it's not even, I don't want to call it a mental situation. I think people have some form of a situation of a fetish. And then on top of that fetish expands to, like, for instance, if you like, well, it's you know what? And I said this some time back about the human experience. We all come in different situations, come into this world and beliefs and different types of experiences and wanting to do certain things. Our lives are so abstract to the point that you cannot pinpoint certain things. You don't know why people do what they do.
Right, you don't.
You really don't. That's why I tell people all the time, I don't judge people. I try to put my judgment to the side because I don't understand. I don't get it, but it's not for me to understand.
I don't.
It's just for me to experience and say, you know what? That's not me. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna keep that one to the side. You go do you. I'm gonna go do you. Charles,
I don't judge that question.
Charles, I don't even have an answer to that. I think people are just abstract, and that's why.
Nice.
I think people are just. They're like a Picasso painting. They're all over the place.
Oh my gosh! I mean, I love this community, but really, for these kind of people?
Yes.
Oof, no.
I think that people. I'm talking about people in general. Oh. You know, people that eat soap.
Yeah, well,
you got people that out here that eat soap.
I know people that eat other things.
But then you got people who would want to transition into a woman, have been married to a woman for many, many years. And you say to yourself, why would you want to do that? Mm-hmm. We don't know. I don't know. It's interesting.
I work for one.
Like people sleeping with animals. Why would you want to sleep with animals?
Yeah, I know. It's just like it's.
You know, you've been married to a human being all your life, or been around human beings, but still, why would you want to go at it with an animal?
That wild stuff.
Maybe it didn't go fast enough when you were human.
I just don't. I don't know.
This is why, like you just said, don't judge. No, I don't judge, but I sure in the hell question.
I mean, nothing wrong with questioning, but
because I want to know why. I want to know why. So if I can explain to somebody, then I know why to explain to them. But I think the majority of the time, most of individuals have abstract behaviors.
That's right.
Okay, they don't really know themselves.
They don't.
At the end of the day, they don't know they don't know. And it's just like the average person. When you ask the question, you're kind of shifting it back to where we were earlier. If you ask the person what they believe, most people don't tell you. They can't tell you what they believe.
But I'm down for I'm not down for stealing and killing. That I would never, ever want to justify those two things. Stealing and killing. I don't justify that. I really don't. But anything else that doesn't involve that, listen, you go do you. I just cannot do that. I can't do that.
Okay.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
You're not going to do that, but it's it goes back to what I said before. Everybody's understanding of how they see their Christoph is different.
That's right.
And I think that as individuals, if we would allow the Christoph to do what it needs to do on each and everybody, whether we like it or not, like you said earlier, I think that these people will find just hey, okay, that's you. Hey, I can appreciate where you are. Okay, now I may not like where you are, but I can appreciate where you are.
Y'all remember this? Y'all haven't heard this story, but y'all know Brandy got a book out. Y'all know Brandy got a book out, right? Who was the lady that song I Want to Be a Freak? Who was that? Anita
Denise
was
Williams.
Huh?
Denise Williams.
I don't know. That wasn't Denise Williams.
Denise Williams?
That was not I Want to Be a Freak.
Dina Howard. You talking about a freak? I thought you said freak.
Denise Williams. Woo!
I gotta go pull up that YouTube. I gotta pull up the YouTube. Like, damn, Denise Williams. I want to be a freak.
Baby,
I thought you said I want to be free.
You gonna make Denise Williams lay down on her crease stuff and come find you.
Dina Howard.
But let me ask you this now, Brent.
Go ahead, Charles.
No, this is she tried to steal Wanya Morris from Brandy. She's hitting him on the side.
But get this. Now, Brandy came out with the excerpt came out that Brandy met Wanya when she was 15. When she was 15, he was 22 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, she also in the book is also saying that they had sex too.
Yep.
But she was 16 and he was 23.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the question I want to ask is why would any 22 or 23-year-old man would want to put paws on a 15 to 16-year-old girl, but then turn around and mess with a grown woman, and then that grown woman have issue with that child instead of the man that's putting paws on the child?
Mm.
That's crazy.
Wait a minute. Did you just pull this down from the White House files or something? You read it? Oh, okay, I thought you did. I thought you just pulled that from the White House files.
No.
I did. Well, just a little tidbit.
No, I'm being funny.
No.
I'm being funny, Charles. I'm just, your story. I'm just wondering if you just
they found out that the guards took money. They found out the guards took money to not check on Epstein the night he was murdered. And they found the trace of money, and they found out on the job, those people had never worked that section before. So they didn't know they were supposed to, walk the floor, whatever. That was the first time they had ever worked that area.
Wow.
And they Googled Epstein's case twice that morning before he died.
Wow.
And
I'm not surprised.
And that happened when Trump was president the first go round.
That's right.
Like I said, the story you told was just, I thought you were just going down the White House files. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to make you good humor about what you're saying.
No, but I'm just asking, with that type of setup, what we're now knowing about Brandy's case, with the fact that now
there's no excuse, but Brandy was a little hot tail during those days. Brandy was known to be getting it in with quite a few people during that time.
But wrong is wrong, Charles.
It is. I'm just saying, but Brandy was.
I know, but wrong is wrong, and that's what people are. That's the story that people are now making, is the fact that people are justifying the issue through blaming Brandy's parents and blaming the fact that yes, Brandy has had situations with men, but I always listen. It goes back to the fact that why would a 22-year-old man would want to put pause on a 15-year-old child.
You know my opinions about that. And it's like when I'm just gonna put it this way, and not necessarily to the present company here, but it's like when the heterosexual man sees something in terms of the female body and it's presented, doesn't matter what age it is, if he can get away with exploring the opportunities that are there, then he's going to go ahead and do it and justify the reasons for doing it. Just like the other thing that we were talking about last night, we were debating over, just like my opinion. Now, Charles may like it. I'm throwing you in the mix, Charles, as a heterosexual man. But this whole thing with this titty bouncing, it's what's the difference? You see what I'm saying? What's the difference? You got a 22-year-old man, but you got a 17-year-old girl feel like she okay, or a 6 or 14-year-old because she got big breasts. Now she get on video and start doing titty bouncing. And what's wrong? What makes him not to pursue her? Because she titty bounced.
But you don't pursue that.
Well, I know that. I know that part of it, but the part of it is that, and I'm not saying Brandy was doing that, but then Charles did indicate that she was a little hot mama. So if she was a little hot mama, the hot mama word got out there on the street, okay, and because of the industry that she was in, okay, well, hell, she's a little hot mama. Let me slide my way up in there.
That's dangerous.
I get
dangerous.
But I'm trying to answer your question.
I know. It's dangerous.
It's
dangerous.
It really is. Okay, but when the borders get open for different reasons, okay, when the parents turn an eye for a different reason, and there's a lot of that that's gone on in the industry, And unfortunately, it comes to light at these times in our lives, and we're like, "What the heck has been going on?" Yet we are still trying to set a pattern or a better pattern for young people. No, nowadays we got titty bouncing, so there we go.
But we just talked about accountability and responsibility.
We did,
right?
All
right, now I'm just saying.
You are so off camera.
I know. I'm just saying.
You're not on camera, so there you go. So Charles, what do you think? I mean, in this whole thing with the titty bouncing, and we're gonna go on.
Hey, I look at it like this: every culture has their what people consider their quirks or their idiosyncrasies. Even back in the Bible days, they were grown men, 90 years old, 70 years old, going to families, buying their daughter 13, 14 years old, becoming their wives. So it's all a matter of culture and what people accept as norm. I don't understand it. I don't try to be everybody's judge, but I think that if we have some type of decorum or morality, we should all come together under one understanding. But we don't. We just.
But your answer's going to be about the titty bouncing.
Hey, and now I'm gonna turn it back on you. As a gay man, do you like when a guy walking around his shorts and his jank popping all over the place?
No, now as a gay man, he knows that. Now as a gay man, I don't care what the man is. If he got a nice patunza and he walking around with his pants below his patunza, because we have said it together, I'm gonna look at the patunza at the end of the day, but I'm not gonna implicate the patunza.
But there are guys who do. That's my point. There are guys that do.
I know, but you're putting it, apples to oranges, whatever.
That's got to be a more appropriate setting for that to happen. But to be honest with you, I wouldn't want that to be walking down the street in broad daylight in front of children and in front of people. I don't subscribe to that. No. I think, to be honest with you, there's a time, there's a place for everything. But everything does not need to be out in the open. And
I said it was exactly. It's like I don't believe doing pride and not cut off, doing pride events. You got people that do some of the disgusting things in the street on pride events, and I'm like, what the hell? I don't see your hairy, nasty, stank ass walking around with a jock strap on, and you got kids.
Mardi Gras.
Are you silly?
But even with
go ahead.
But even with the city council,
Charles.
No, I just said Mardi Gras. Same with Mardi Gras.
Well, yeah, then that's a whole nother. I forgot about that. That's a whole lot of titty bouncing.
But even with that, there was a situation where those folks got fired at Chick-fil-A for doing that.
But that wasn't Mardi Gras. They shouldn't be doing that.
Well, Mardi Gras is a whole different situation. Because going down, that's what, hey,
Maybe
That's what you want to do.
That's what they thought they were at Mardi Gras when they were at work, so they were trying to incorporate Mardi Gras. They was at the wrong time
But
of
they
the month.
didn't have that. But see, you're implying that they had their stuff all the way out.
No, I'm just implicating it all together. I'm not talking about they didn't do that, but it's just I'm trying to make the serious points. Of yes, it's seriously wrong, but we were just trying to make the humor behind it. Also, maybe in that moment they were at Chick-fil-A and they said, they told Truett Cathy, "Wait a minute, I have a vision. I'm having a spiritual awakening." Okay.
They're gonna throw some beads.
Wait, let me finish. Stand up. I'm having a spiritual awakening at my job because I work with Chick-fil-A, in the day, and we're getting ready to go into Ash Wednesday, And we know what they're doing in New Orleans on Ash Wednesday at every point down. So that's why they could incorporate at work that day. They talked about titty bouncing there. So the girls are going around the streets and going, woo, titty bounce, titty bounce, titty bounce. So, anyway, let's move on. Enough titty bouncing for today. All right. All right, I'm gonna bring it back in a little bit now. Yeah,
nothing wrong with this. Just there's a time and there's a place for everything, and being on a job setting and doing that is not the time and not the place.
I agree.
But I don't see nothing wrong in it, Charles. I don't see nothing wrong in titty bouncing. I just think if you're going to do it in a place where it's acceptable,
right?
But then on top of it, but from what you were going to allude to is the fact that because we had a conversation last night about the fact that he's, not Charles, I'm so sorry. Jay said that with that comes a situation where people might react in a negative situation because they have seen something like that on a TikTok or on social media. And I feel like at the end of the day, if you're going to do that, fine, titty bounce all day. But if you're going to put that type of account responsibility on somebody who just sees that and go and do something that is so dangerous as prone to rape or molestation, then I have a problem with that.
I absolutely agree.
I have a problem with the person who's actually doing the crime than those who is out there doing the titty bouncing.
Right.
I think you can do titty bouncing all day, but as long as it's not hurting and killing and stealing. But if you're seeing that and you decide to go and do that, then that means
there was already something troubling.
There's something, something's not right with that.
But I mean, if it's a woman and her boyfriend or her girlfriend, whether they want to titty bounce around, I'm going to have a good time.
Right, do what you think will make you happy.
Right.
I think twerking and titty bouncing is probably a great exercise for those who need to de-stress.
Okay, time to move on.
It's all right. Just do you.
Okay. Anyway,
we're gonna
bring it in.
Don't suffocate nobody.
Okay, we're gonna bring it in now.
The government made it its business to dismantle organizations like the Mafia. When you think of Lucky Luciano, Carlo Gambino, Meyer Lansky, Bugsy Siegel, John Gotti, all of those names come with condemnation attached to them. But why? The commission was targeted for becoming a government inside of a government, an independent system of power that answered to nobody but themselves. Doesn't that sound like the current administration? Then we have Huey P. Newton, Bobby Seale, Afeni Shakur, Mutulu Shakur, and Eldridge Cleaver. You targeted these people for starting their own Black Panther Party, a party that literally stood on black nationalism, anti-imperialism, and Marxism. Under COINTELPRO, you moved to neutralize them. You targeted them, you watched them, and then you destroyed them because yet again, there was a group outside of the government in refusal to kiss the ring. Now it's quiet. There's silence around what's going on in the White House. So what is it? Is it different when white men do it? Or are we just a nation that folds when it matters? America did not just produce power. It's also produced hesitation and cowards in proliferation. A restraint that hides behind fake images, performance of religion, and a slogan that says freedom of speech while citizens are comfortably saying nothing at all. But let me give you perspective. Power doesn't destroy what looks like it. It destroys what doesn't have to answer to it. Now more than ever as a nation, no matter your skin color, we have to band together and build trust where it's been broken. Trying to depend on this government, especially at this level, is no longer appropriate. They have lied, cheated, and stolen from their own citizens, even the ones that they originally casted out of citizenship to steal this nation. As you know, there is no honor among thieves. To witness what's happening in the White House right now should force a deeper realization. There's a quote that says, the nation gets the leader it deserves. And if that's true, this says more about us than it does about leadership. Something in the collective consciousness of this country allowed this to rise, allowed it to exist, and now allows it to be accepted. So no, the president isn't going to be the only one with blood on his hands. Consider the citizens just as guilty. And for all my religious people, if there was any idea we're born into sin made sense, this would be it.
Okay, there you go.
Can you hear us, John?
Yeah, yep.
Well, I mean, he has a point. I mean, we blame the Germans for the Holocaust. We didn't only just blame Hitler, we blame the Germans as well. So, I mean, he has a point. I mean, it's not going to be on, the blood won't be only on the leader, it's going to be on the people because he did it in our names.
And yeah.
Whether you voted for him or not.
Look at Nixon. Nixon didn't go to jail, but his chief of staff did. His DOJ did. All his people went to jail. He didn't go to jail. And that's what's going to happen with Trump. Trump's going to get out the White House, and all his people, Hexas, little punk ass, and all the rest of them are going to go to jail. They're going to all end up.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Charles. Go ahead.
No, they're all going to end up in jail. I mean, just how it's going to be.
Well, you know what? If he does what he claims he's going to do is bomb these people back into the Stone Age, he might as well forget about the American immunity and worry about world courts coming after him. Mm-hmm. I mean, because it's going to be a war crime, regardless of how we might feel about the situation. The world is looking at us and saying, "Now, y'all, this is being done." And I see y'all are not going to do anything about this. So, when it's all said and done, when this is all said and done, whatever direction this country decides to go,
right,
there is going to be some, condemnation on this country because of this man.
Oh, no, there's gonna be a whole lot of repercussion.
A hell of a
lot of repercussion. As to what he has done, but it'll be to the point where they're running high as usual. Collectively doing right now is running high because they're running behind all these false truths. This is why you have white Christian nationalists doing what they're doing. This is why you have the evangelicals doing what they're doing, and they keep trying to blow smoke screens. Okay, well, and at the end of the day, and not being held accountable for the decision. You voted for this.
Right.
I mean, if
high gas prices,
you voted for this,
right?
And then there is no deflecting what you voted for. I don't care how much you ran or run or hide or whatever. It's still going to find your ass at the end of the day, and somebody's calling you out on the carpet on a regular basis about it. At the end, and it's just going to get magnified even more, especially when he goes to jail. What are you going to do then? You go behind. You'll get him under the jail, so you can keep him pushing him up. I mean, really, come on. It's your opportunity to wake up. Whether you take what I'm saying, what he's saying as an attack, that's on you. Okay, facts are facts. All right. The fact is that you're in the middle of a war. Fact is you don't know what to do. Fact is you don't know how to manage money. Fact is he's destroying the country at this point. Fact is gas is high. Fact is groceries high. Fact is that the facts will go on. I mean, I don't want to get in list all of the 200 facts. These are fact is. So if it was supposed to be, then it would have been. All right. So y'all get mad at me. Y'all can click. I'm not gonna listen to Truth Behind Truth. Okay, that's on you. That's somebody that is. But I must say this, and you can go to your point. It's an embarrassment to be a part of an American society that has allowed this type of behavior to take root. And if you're not embarrassed, then you really need to check who you are as a person. Okay? You really should be embarrassed at this particular point in time. To somebody that's supposed to be your leader, that can't even walk up to a microphone because the mind is bad. The first thing that goes to mind. You walk into mind calling our wonderful governor and the president something wrong. Something is a clear indication of wrong. Or was it early amnesia? I had what is early disease when you get old? Dementia. Yeah, early stages of dementia. So y'all need to take accountability. Go ahead.
Hey, Charles.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear us?
Yes.
Can you hear us, Charles?
Yes, I can. Yep.
Is your refrigerator running?
I'm silly.
No, or at least not in here.
Is your refrigerator running, Charles?
It works.
Is the refrigerator running?
It works, but you can't hear it in here.
God dog it. Now, fuck it. Oh my, let's keep it pushing. I was going, you messed it up. Go ahead. I'm done. Go ahead. He messed it up a bit. He messed.
All right.
He stepped on your joke.
All right,
I was going.
I'm going to look at what one thing like yet. So
Yeah, man, it's done. He messed it up for me. I was like, go on, stop. Shoot.
All right. So anyway, as we bring it to a close tonight, guys, I mean, we have kind of brought a little humor tonight, which was good, which is so needed, you know, especially the fact is that, you know, the next, I don't know, 48 hours, 20 hours, this man will be trying to blow up somebody's country. It's very sad to see that. All right. But as we do at the end of every particular show, we want to just leave an accountability source for you. We did talk about it. We did talk about tonight about understanding your place as allowing you connecting with the Christoph within you, helping you develop that inward being and helping you make the decisions that are more profitable for your life. But this is just one more up from our motivational speaker.
And one more thing, for those who are asking, what's the Christoph? We're not talking about Greece, Crisco Greece.
What we have to understand is money is a frequency. And when I say frequency, that means it's a mental and emotional state, right? So a lot of times it's hard for us to receive money because we live in a frequency that we are unworthy. You live in a frequency that you don't even think you're valuable enough to receive that amount. If I asked you, is $1 a lot? You'd say no. Okay, $10, no. $100, no. $1,000, no. 10,000, 100,000, $1 million. Yeah, nothing's changing. All we're doing is putting zeros behind it. That's all. These are abstract concepts. But then all of a sudden, when there's another zero, it's like, because we don't think we're worthy of it. But there's somebody out here, there's somebody who makes $1 million a week. And they're not saying, oh, that's too much. How is it this one number, this one thing can be two different things? The only thing different is he believes he's worthy of it. He believes he's not worthy of it.
Good point. I just want to, my only thing with this video is the fact that why did they not allow that man to go pee? You saw how tight his legs were crossed. They could allow him to go to the bathroom to make that statement. I'm just saying. Y'all, really? Legs were crossed so tight. I mean, they could allow him to go to the bathroom before he made that statement. He was holding it for too long. I'm just saying. Okay, never mind.
He had to get it out.
Do you get it, Charles? His legs were crossed so tight. You doing the thought that he was trying to hold water. They could allow him to go to the bathroom before he made that statement. I'm just saying. His legs was pulled over so tight. I'm just saying. They could allow him to go to the bathroom. He just crossed his legs too tight. He felt like he was holding water. I'm sorry. That just got me. I just saw how tight his legs were crossed. I think he needs to go to the bathroom. Okay, we're done. We're done. Okay. I mean, Charlie could have let him go to the bathroom before he made the statement with his legs. I mean, shit. Why you cross your legs like that? And the man, you got a whole water. Okay, then we done. I'm done. Well, that's my only gripe with the whole entire thing. I mean, could have just. Oh, God.
I guess you wanted to turn the show off, did you? What you hit over there? What you press?